Hello everyone. Today's devlog will be a rundown of all the things that I've worked on in Kratoria in the previous week. So let's start with the first update. One of the issues that I kept running into was that the environment around the placed buildings wouldn't get cleared up the way I wanted. Here, I'm placing some houses, but after the construction is completed, the trees are still there and clipping through the model. So I came up with a new algorithm that determines the rough outline of the building and removes all unneeded foliage and models. And this is how it works now. Everything got cleared up perfectly. Next up is the new bottom left screen. That's this window here that will now pop up whenever you select a unit or building. Here I'll display the icon, description, and stats of the selected entity. Another thing that some people pointed out in the comments was that the screenshots on Kratoria's Steam page were kinda outdated. So I made some new ones and updated the Steam page. While we're at it, why don't you wishlist Kratoria real quick? When it comes out, I'm sure you want to be the first people to try it out. Now some updates to the zone system. When you click on a tile, you can now exactly see how many resources are available within the zone. In this example, we've got a forest tile with exactly 258 wood inside of it. This way you have all the info you need to perfectly evaluate in which direction to expand your territory. As you already know, mindlessly expanding won't get you very far. If you miss out on some key resources early on, your economy may get stuck and you'll get crushed by the enemy waves real quick. Since this aspect of the game is so important, I have to make sure that the player always has the chance to get what he needs. When I tested around a little, I noticed that often, essential resources don't spawn near your base. Iron, for example, is a very important resource, but on this map, iron ore is pretty far away from your starting position. This will make the match so much more difficult to beat. That's why I have to now work on a new algorithm. This algorithm will make sure you always have a minimum amount of the essential resources in the proximity of your base area each time a map is generated. I don't want the players to keep restarting the match until they have the best possible map, therefore his is the best solution for the problem. If you wonder what those strange models on the map are, those are some temporary meshes for the monuments. Monuments spawn on some of the tiles and serve specific purposes. Bandit camps are one example for that. I'll get into that more deeply in another video though. We've got a new unit in the game again. This time it's the Peltast. A light-ranged skirmisher infantry that throws spears at the enemy. He's a rather weak unit but also pretty cheap to produce and quick to move around. Here's a small glimpse into the combat. Some Triaris fighting against a couple of Peltasts. Pretty cool, isn't it? I'll make a whole video dedicated to the current state of the combat mechanics soon, so stay tuned. I'm also working a lot on the economic systems and resource management of Kratoria, but that is purely in logic and not something I can properly showcase in a video. But things are slowly coming together and the whole city building and economy functionalities are reaching their final stages. After that, I'll still have to spend a lot of time balancing out the economy, but that's a topic for another video. If you're not familiar with the basic economic system of Kratoria, I recommend checking out a video I made some months ago. Link in description. In the last devlog I already teased the campaign viewport. Although I promised it for this week, I couldn't make it. Please forgive me. I'll try my best to get some footage ready for the upcoming video. I'm sure you'll find it super interesting since it will add a whole new layer of depth and complexity to the game that is pretty much non-existent in other RTS games. Until then, I'm gonna go back to work and continue making progress on Kratoria. If you enjoy watching these devlogs, feel free to like the video and subscribe to the channel. I'll regularly upload them until the game is done. Alright then, thanks for watching. See you in the next video.